Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Live Animal Crossing. I know, isn't it great that we're doing this so regularly now? Since when was this happening? Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff. No. Let's see what this all is. Well, you can see I've been a very busy boy. The museum, trilobite, have it already. Apatosaurus skull, have it already. Dinosaur egg, have it already. Your modern table has finally arrived. We would like to offer our apologies. Oh yeah, I forgot I ordered that. Okay, that's something I never even showed off. And what's this? The HRA? Blah blah blah. It's full of junk. It's full of junk. As you can see, I've actually been very busy while I'm sorting this out. I'll just explain. I've actually been on like a bug hunting trip over the past week since I recorded the last time, because like the general consensus was, yeah, I don't see any big issue with you doing stuff online, offline, off screen, like catching bugs or fish or whatever. You know, so I went ahead and did that, so I've got a bit of explaining to do while I read this. Cream sofa. I have a sofa and I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. So yeah, basically the stuff that I've caught, the spotted ladybug, I'd already caught the ladybug and I gave it to him. That you find them on flowers, we might even see some today. The bee, we might have a go at that today just for fun, because there's a way that basically it's what I was saying the last time. If you run around in circles, usually they won't be able to catch you, and then you can just get enough ahead of them to be able to swing your net and catch them. The mole cricket, you'll hear them and then you just dig where it's loud and then they pop out of the ground. You can catch them then, they're not that hard. The bagworm, this thing, you might have seen that I posted on Twitter. This is the thing that caused me heartache, because you only find it in trees and it's completely random whether they'll even be in any of the trees in the town. So I just spent a week wandering around shaking trees, and I finally found it yesterday, so happy days. So, all of that out of the way, we might as well go and sell all this worthless junk. Well, no, actually, not all of it is worthless junk. Here, sell all this worthless junk, including the furniture I ordered. The clocks actually went forward, so I had to set the clock before getting started this morning. There's my modern table. See, I'm kind of sick and tired of this fish being on the ground. And I went to Tom Nook to see, like, oh, what kind of furniture could I order to put him on? And then I saw this modern table. Wait a second, why won't you go on there? You're supposed to go on there. Can you not go on there? Has my entire idea been for nothing? Stupid fish. Well, do you know what? We'll just do this instead. Get rid of put these two stirs up on top of here. This is my bug collection, my evening cicada and my firefly. I'm not going to sing, don't worry. And you giant catfish. I went to the trouble even of getting a table that would even suit him, because I think it'd look pretty sharp to have this giant catfish up on top of this black table, but no, apparently that's not allowed, so the insects are moving in there instead. I also got this randomly off a villager. They were like, I don't need this Weibaloo or whatever it was called, so you can have it. So let's go and sell all this worthless junk, now that that's what it's actually called, to Tom Nook. And then we can just go ahead and give all these bugs to the museum. Welcome. Oh, didn't he have like Inspector Gadget's voice? I'm pretty sure that's the voice that he had, like from way back when I started this. I can't, like, this, as I said, this Let's Live is like 6 years old. It's been going for that long. I'd like to sell all this worthless garbage. Like these. At least they're worth good money. Well, actually those fossils aren't. The Apache skull will probably get me 3,000. Yeah, see, all of that, only 7,000 something. No, thank you. I will see what kind of like furniture he has available though, just in case there's anything that catches my eye. No. No, no, no. No, I don't like any of these things, sorry. I'm actually kind of happy with the furniture I have, unless I get any more weird stuff like that flamingo or anything. Well, let's see, maybe that ladybug will actually be here on these flowers. Then I started doing things like just buying loads of flowers and planting them. Well, I did that once. I started doing things like implies that I did it a lot. But I actually went to the trouble of buying flowers and planting them just to increase the amount of different places where it could appear. But basically you'll just see them on there. Speaking of fossils and flowers and fish and insects, I've actually updated the Your Let's Play suggestions or whatever, the shared numbers document that I'm always talking about. Because I actually kind of like having multiple stuff like in the same document. I'm actually after adding a sheet just for this Let's Live. And one of the things it has is like a checklist for insects and fish and fossils. So you guys can go ahead to the same link that's in the description of every single video that I upload, and you can have a look at it there. It's the third sheet on the document. Yeah, I'm going to donate an item. What else is there? So that's the first function of the Animal Crossing sheet that's on there. The second function is actually that a suggestions box. So basically for this Let's Live, if there's anything in particular you want to see me do, or you don't want me to miss, or you want me to show off, then push it in that suggestions box. Because remember I was talking the last day about like, oh, I'm kind of like want to put some more focus into what I do in this. Oh, he thought they might appeal to me. Then he touched one. Yes, that does happen. Like I remember, like when you pick up ladybirds, like if you have them in your hand, this kind of like orange fluid is deposited on your hand. Apparently it's something that just like tastes bad to discourage things from eating them. I got a B, or I got an A is actually what she says. I'll give him the mole cricket from the mole cricket hole first. I actually forgot that part is in Mother Tree with that mole cricket hole until I actually caught this thing, and then I remembered. Yeah, he's not overly fond of insects. But yeah, geez, that bagworm was such a nightmare. Frightfully large mole cricket, what? Yes, rather large indeed. I only catch the best mole crickets. Monotonous song drags on. That would actually be really cool, like if you were just there and you knew that something was under the ground making noises. Yeah, it lives underground, I know. Yeah, well, that's to be understood. It's like the way, like, there are like so many things just underground going on all the time that we don't see and we don't think about it. Distant relative of crickets and... yeah, well, it's still in the same family. Like if you imagine like all the different things going on under your feet all the time, like little creatures moving around, or like plant roots growing, or like pieces of earth being dislodged and moving and things like that, it's really quite amazing. Or like water running from different sources all under the ground. It's actually really quite outstanding. Not outstanding, astonishing is the word I'm thinking of. I got a B. I couldn't believe it when I caught that bee. I actually caught a second one then and I actually sold it. I was on a roll that day. It's like usually I just don't even bother trying to catch them. Yeah, don't let that bee out. We don't need the bee. We have enough bees with the bee in apartment 23 without the bee being in here as well. What do you have to say about this bee? I'd imagine it took more than a bit of skill and daring to catch bees. I can't remember what his voice was. He just looks like Cogsworth. Yes, I was stung many times. Many times. Do you know some honeybees protect our hives when attacked by giant wasps? The giant wasps can't survive, but honeybees can live at heats up to 122 degrees. Oh my god, what? When the wasps arrive, the bees attack them en masse, and up to 500 bees swarm a single wasp, and they begin to vibrate, creating a veritable cocoon of suffocating heat. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Defense against the giant wasp's weakness. 120 degrees, just below the bee's own threshold of survival. So they basically bake the wasp to death with their bodies, like to become... Yeah, you didn't even learn that except from the television. Like, that's ridiculous. It's like they form a living oven with their bodies and bake it to death. How crazy. It's like Moloch. Moloch was like some god that people used to sacrifice children to by baking them alive in a big oven, as far as I know. Ah, who? Yes, you better be happy about this son of a bitch, because it took me ages to catch the stupid thing. The bagworm. Just like, they're like, isn't like Fortress and Pineco are supposed to be bagworms, aren't they? And like, isn't like Burmy and Wormadam, aren't they supposed to be bagworms too? Like, isn't that true, I think? They construct their cocoons by cutting leaves of branches to the length of their own bodies. Next, they hang these leaves on shrubs or trees and spin their cocoons. Yeah, well, it's good for, like, yeah, only the males become moths. Females spend the rest of their lives in the cocoons, just like Burmy and Wormadam and Mothim. The black furry males fly from cocoon to cocoon, leaving the females to lay 500 or so eggs, then die. What was that part I forgot again? Oh yeah, and die. That's not very sporting if you ask me, not at all. I can't see any female owls standing for that nonsense. His sister is actually in Let's Go to the City. And she gets like all like not nervous, all kind of like in a flap is like the best way I could say it when you talk to her. Bagworms, quite the pests they are. An infestation of bagworms can defoliate entire trees in surprisingly rapid fashion, gluttonous monsters. This is particularly harmful, sometimes fatally so, in evergreens whose needles are never replaced. Hundreds and hundreds of bagworms eating and eating, stuffing their bug gullets. Wretched villains. Who, but I digress. Oh wow, like that was actually quite interesting. Like for each of those insects, he had like something extensive to say. Oh wow. Where is like my mole cricket now? Where is he gone? Oh, there's the bagworm and the bee, the two of them together. Yeah, basically what happens with the bagworm is when you get lucky and shake the right tree, it drops out like this on a little string of silk, and then you can catch it. I think that's the mole cricket back there in the background. He's probably challenging that rock to a fight. Yeah, that's him alright. Wow. This place is getting pretty full. Like, if we just look... Like, I only have 5 more fish to get. And look, I'm filling this up quite well as well. I only have, like, 7 more insects to get, which is good. I'm delighted I found the bagworm. I couldn't be happier because... Especially because come April... you can't find the bagworm anywhere anymore. It disappears. It's only available in like winter and spring. So come April it gets replaced by the spider. One other thing I wanted to mention, oh yeah, so basically one other thing I wanted to mention was there was a Twitter poll going on Twitter the last couple of days because I wanted to run like a short little Sonic LP alongside Shenmue 2. So I put up a Twitter poll with the choice between Sonic or Sonic Colors, Sonic Triple Trouble, and Sonic 3D Flicky's Island. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to do today, and good thing I remember, jeez. Would have completely forgotten. And over the last 3 days the results came in, and the result is that Sonic Colors won. So look forward to Sonic Colors running alongside Shenmue 2. It's a short game, so I'm expecting it to be about like what, 15 parts maybe. Why am I hiding behind this sign? So, yeah, Sonic Colors. The other thing about Shenmue 2 is my Dreamcast decided to act up, like doing that resetting thing again. So there might be a bit of a delay on Shenmue 2 videos just until I get the Dreamcast opened up and tinker with it a bit and get it working. Worst case scenario, I might need to get a new Dreamcast and that'll take a little bit longer. But we'll have Sonic Colors and whatever else I need to record along the way to keep you entertained, so... I actually talked to Copper during the week, and he told me that we have a special guest coming to our town today, so that's why one of the other reasons I'm recording today. You ask about goings on. Well, today is the day Katrina the fortune teller is supposed to come here to Ashwood. My partner made it sound like he had a few things to ask her. So yeah, apparently Katrina is coming, but is she not here yet? Because he should tell me, like, where she is. Maybe she hasn't arrived yet, because I wanted to show her off. I know it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning. Maybe we could just have a bit of a look around, in case we just randomly find her. But I don't really like doing that. Usually, as I say, he'll say, oh, I've heard reports that she's in C such and such. A mini two-toid. And along the way, if we see anything to dig up, like this. It was actually raining yesterday when I recorded. Oh, whoa! It was actually raining yesterday when I recorded, so there's probably just going to be gyroids en masse here, just waiting to be dug up. Ooh, look at this! Every time, like I actually want to. That's something I might prepare for, actually. Because every time I find one of these golden glowing spots recently, they're always like up against a wall, or up against a bush, or up against the edge of a cliff or something. And what I actually want to show off is the, oh, that's Joan. Hello. Have I shown her off yet? Well, hello there, kiddo. It's Sunday morning, and I've been selling turnips for about 60 years. So, do you need me to explain how turnip trading works? No, I know already. Basically, you buy turnips off her today. They stay good for 1 week. And there'll be a different price each day, so sometimes you'll be able to sell them for a profit, and sometimes you won't be. It's called the stock market. 50. Yeah, why not? Here you go, kiddo. But yeah, basically you can ask in Tom Nook's shop every day. No, I'm good. What price he's selling them for, and one day he might be selling them for like 30 or like 10 or like 80 or 100, and it's completely random. So you have to like watch out and make sure you get like the best. Would you get out of my way, stupid warthog? You have to like keep an eye on it and make sure you get the best price, because if you stick out for too long, just because you get a better profit than the profit that you're already getting, well, you might very well end up selling at a loss just to recoup some of your finances. Because the thing is, as I say, come next Sunday, they're going to just rot and you won't be able to use them at all. So yeah, that's basically that. So even if we don't see Katrina, I'll still be able to explain that. Just looking, having a quick... I thought that was a dragon for a while. I was like, since when are there dragons in Animal Crossing? Oh, apparently the dragon changed his clothes. Okay, let's have a look here. I'm not going to spend ages wandering around here looking. We've already been recording for 20 minutes. And doesn't... As I say, Katrina's obviously not here, or else he would have been like, oh, I've heard reports that she's in Acre 5 or B or Sector 7G or whatever. So yeah, we're just gonna see what's on the notice board. Ready to spring forward? Yeah, exactly. The clock went forward today. So I had to set it forward from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You might like look during the day and see if Katrina's there. Basically, when you visit Katrina, she tells your fortune, and you'll either have good luck or bad luck or whatever. But it's a shame that she wasn't here now. So yeah, just to sum up, I'll just go in here and sit down on my couch, listen to my music. Oh, I want to see what that two-toid did. That can be the last thing we do. We come up here into the den of ridiculousness. drop. Yeah, I'm so happy I have that in my life. Now, from that, like, den of ridiculousness down to, like, the calming corner. So yeah, to sum up, check out the shared numbers document. There's an Animal Crossing sheet there now with a checklist for the collectibles, and also with a suggestions box, so you can let me know what you want to see on here exactly, if there's anything. Sonic Colors won the Twitter poll, so full steam ahead with that LP. Looking forward to it. And the Dreamcast is currently non-compos mentis, which means basically I'll either have to fix it or get a new one before I can record more Shenmue. So that's the explanation should there be a dearth of Shenmue videos in the next weeks. So otherwise, thanks a million for watching. See you next time on Let's Live Animal Crossing. Bye now.